Hi everyone. Today I am fixing a window screen, and you can do this real easy on your own instead of sending them to a hardware store or a window guy. We've got real old storm windows here, and we just patch them all up. We had a tenant move out recently, and he decided that he was going to patch up some on his own, so he took a perfectly good one and cut holes right through it because he ran cable through his screen. So if you're a tenant, don't run cable through your screen. You can go under and around them. So the first thing you're going to want to do is have your screen material. You can get it in the size that you need or by the roll. There's a spline or spleen tool, and it's grooved, and it helps push the stuff into the things there. They call it retainer spline. I've got several different sizes here, and you're going to want to see what you have. To get started, obviously take your screen out of the window, and there's this rubber spline that goes around the edges. So you just pull that out. And if you want to be really frugal, you can save that to reuse it. Generally, you can't reuse it in the same window because it's going to shrink up on you as you go. And the second thing you do, well, you have to take your screen out. I have already pre-cut, and you can save your old screen material for repairs, patches, and doing smaller windows. So you cut your material bigger than your frame, because as you push it down into the groove, it's going to shrink on you. I've actually got a damaged corner here that I'd like to fix. They sell parts at the hardware store, so that's normally something that you would take care of first. Then you just take your little tool, and this looks like about the right size here. You'll know if it's too small if it slips right back out. You want to avoid doing that. So I like to start an inch or two in from a corner, and this has got two different sizes on it. One for pushing the screen down into the grooves like this. And you have to be careful with the nylon screen that you don't cut through it on accident. But that just tucks that in there. And you can do the whole screen all at once, which I find doesn't work so well for me. So I'm going to do it in sections. So I'm flipping the tool over, and this is going to push this right down into the groove for me. You don't want to do this with a screwdriver or a knife, because then you're going to cut through your screen. Now if needed, you can go back. That just tucks it down there real nice. Again, I'm flipping the tool over. And you can kind of see here it's sticking up. It's staying down in the groove real nice for me. Except for that I pushed it in the wrong groove. You want to start with this spline material one long length instead of trying to cut it to the length that you need, because it's like if you've ever sewn with elastic, it's not going to be right when you get to the end. I'm just going to turn this for myself. basically what you need here is your screen material, a pair of scissors to cut it, or a utility knife. Utility knife cuts right through it. If you have pets, they have special screen material for pets that's a little heavier duty for like their claws. Now, I'm working towards myself at this point because I've turned the screen over. You don't want to turn your screen and then push it away from you because it's going to push it out. Well, this is a pretty simple repair and quite cost saving. With the rental houses, we got into having a lot of screen repairs, so I taught myself how to do this completely by trial and error. It's not hard to learn. I'm working off my tailgate. Part of this was not wanting to go down very well. Here we go. Okay, you want to make sure that that's in. Make sure your corners are in real well. And then with either a pocket knife or these retractable utility knives are really handy. You can cut that just short of where you started. And then make sure you push that end back in. Okay, now you're going to have the excess material around the edge. Use carefully your utility knife, and you can go around. There's a second groove here that you can use for a cutting guide. And that will take right off the excess material. This is the beginning of July and the mosquitoes are real heavy. So one other necessity you might come across is bug spray for this job. It's getting to be the evening hours here, and when I started I was getting eaten up. Again, I've got quite a bit of excess material here that if you don't mind patches, you can save for doing patching. So that's it right there, everybody. Window screens 101. All set and ready to go back in the window. Bye. Good luck with your screen.